Hi, this is Rosemary, and I'm doing a walkthrough of my children's story junk journal. This little book, it was a tiny, thin little book, titled, as you can see, Enchanted Stories, and it had 3 fairy tales. One was The Elves and the Shoemaker, the second one was Snow White and Rose Red, and the third was Thumbelina. It had a tiny little spine, a 1/4 inch, but I had seen this technique in some journals where they have the rings in the spine. And if you want to find out more about this, Laura Dennison from Following the Paper Trail has a video on making this. So after a little bit of trial and error, I was able to complete the spine with the rings. So as we open the book, as you can see, all children's books begin with this. This book belongs to. This was a printout, I Believe in Everything, which I thought was a really nice start. The papers, I decided to use my Martha Stewart punches. I didn't do as much stamping as I like because this paper is thin, as you can see. You can see through it. It kind of works on this page, so I left it. And as we go, the original book. I also used computer paper, the ones with all the designs, which I had been gifted with a huge stack. But what I did was I cut it to size, then I put a strip down here at the bottom to reinforce it, the edge, because it's pretty thin paper. And then on the back, I put another strip. This is all leftover paper, and to reinforce these pages. So you will see that it forms a decoration on both the front and the back. Here's another example. There you see the reinforcement strip. I also, besides, was gifted, now that people know I make junk journal, I was gifted with a whole stack of stickers and wrapping paper, and I will be using it in this book. Again, a Martha Stewart punch. This was an extra tag I made. And I just put it there because, you know, my pockets were filled. Again, some of this paper. This forms a pocket, a celebration, and this is actually a party invitation, and I just put some paper there. This is a pocket, and I had this the princesses paper also, found them at the same thrift store. So I would fold it over to fit the size, and instead of cutting the strip, I made a tuck spot because I didn't want Snow White to have half a face. It's bad enough that she has a hole right there, but it forms a small tuck spot, and this card fits in there. This was another card. It flips out so you can journal. This is my favorite new little printable that you will see throughout. Here again, the Elves and the Shoemaker, so I had some shoes. This was a die cut that had been floating in my stash, and it worked very well with this card, this tag. I had to do some reinforcement because the paper from the book was very thin. Now this is really one of my favorite spreads because it's actually 2 pockets. This is more of a tuck spot, Cinderella, and this is in a green envelope that I punched. So I found I had some scrap paper that just kind of fit perfectly into the tuck spot, and as I said, I've been given a lot of stationery, and it fits into this pocket, and there it makes just a very pretty spread. I think my favorite of the whole book. There you see the tuck spot, a tag, another pocket with 2 tags. The tags were where I did most of my stamping. Print out. Oops. This was a tuck spot made from a printable. This was those stationery cards, and I covered the folds and everything with stamps, stickers there. This is a pocket. You can journal right there at the bottom. This tag, I like the tag. It was, you know how sometimes when you stamp and it doesn't quite come out clearly, so I used some stickers there to cover it up. Works very well. And after a while, I started using some of my scrap paper because it was kind of white, very blah looking, and I really couldn't do the stamping I wanted, so you will see that. And then this is a card I found that forms a pocket and a place to journal. Has 3 tags there. This is another pocket I made by cutting an envelope in diagonal and lining it. Here's an example of the scrap paper. It just kind of fits there. This is some wrapping paper found, and it kind of fit with rose red and snow white. I put a punch there because it kind of reinforced the paper a little bit. Wrapping paper is very thin. The pocket once again. Here's a tag. Pocket, you can journal on the pocket itself. Down here again. I made this pocket from lace. The heart is a journaling spot, and there are 2 tags that go with it. This is a die cut from my bird journals left over. Stickers. Here are some doilies. This is wrapping paper, and on the other side I used a paper clip, and there's 2 tags that go with this. Again, more wrapping paper, and you can see how this strip you know, I punched out this paper, and it forms a nice reinforcement as well as a decorative element. This is a printable with one of my embellished paper clips. You see this right here? The little girl looks like she's part of the tag. She is not. She is part of a lace pocket down at the bottom right there, and it's just an optical illusion. This pocket here, I love to pick up invitations at thrift stores because you can see the actual writing was covered with some punches, papers I had punched, and they are just sometimes a lot of fun. Add a little bit of whimsy. Tuck spot. Here she is once again, side-loading a little side pocket there. And so this story comes to an end. When there is kindness, there is goodness. When there is goodness, there is magic. And I just kind of think that's a nice way to end a fairy tale. I made it into a pocket. There you see Thumbelina and her Prince Charming. And now to the end of the book. This is a poem from Eileen Fisher that I like to put at the end of some of my journals. After a book is finished, don't you wish you knew everything that happened after it was through? And, you know, happily ever after never really explains everything. So, use some stickers. Here's the ring, the side right here. It has 40 pages, so it's not bad. And I really enjoyed this, making this journal, and I really love altering children's books and giving them another life. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you again.